Welcome to Supernatural Japan, the podcast where we journey into the haunted corners of Japanese history, folklore, and culture. I'm your host, Kevin O'Shea, and today we're traveling to one of the most sacred and most mysterious places in Japan, Koyasan in Wakayama Prefecture. At the heart of Koyasan lies Okunoin Cemetery. This isn't just any graveyard. It's the largest cemetery in Japan, with more than 200,000 tombstones and memorials stretching for nearly 2 kilometers through ancient cedar forest. Pilgrims, monks, samurai, and even modern corporations have erected monuments here. And yet, despite being a holy site of deep reverence, Okunoin is a place of eerie silence, whispered legends, and ghostly encounters. Tonight we'll explore the haunted atmosphere of Okunoin, the mysteries surrounding the monk Kukai, and some of the supernatural stories that make this sacred ground both beautiful and unsettling. Koyasan is the spiritual home of Shingon Buddhism, founded by the monk Kukai, also known as Kobo Daishi, in the early 9th century. According to legend, Kukai didn't die. At least, not in the way we think of death. Instead, he entered into Nyujo, a state of eternal meditation deep inside his mausoleum at Okunoin. For over 1,200 years, monks have believed that Kukai is still there, silently praying for humanity. Every day, attendants bring him fresh meals, change his robes, and treat him as though he is alive. For believers, Okunoin is not a graveyard. It's a gateway to a monk who transcended death. But Koyasan is more than Okunoin. It's a mountaintop temple complex, often described as a sacred city in the clouds. Located about 800 meters above sea level and surrounded by 8 peaks shaped like a lotus flower, the geography itself feels otherworldly. Today, Koyasan is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Japan's most popular pilgrim destinations. Visitors come not only for the temples, but for the unique chance to stay overnight in shukubo, or temple lodgings, where monks serve vegetarian shojin ryori cuisine and invite guests to join morning prayers. These are also sometimes called temple stays, and I've known quite a few people who've done them and had fantastic experiences. But as night falls on this holy mountain, the atmosphere shifts. The sacred becomes mysterious, and the stories of spirits rise like mist from the forest floor. Okunoin is filled with ghost stories. Some are centuries old, others come from modern travelers, and together they weave an unsettling tapestry of a place where the dead are never far from the living. There are phantom monks. Many people have reported seeing ghostly monks walking the lantern-lit paths. Dressed in robes, their heads bowed. They appear completely solid until they fade into the trees. And pilgrims say these are the spirits of monks who dedicated their lives to Kukai and never left, continuing their devotions even in death. There's the Whispering Bridge, a small bridge before Kukai's mausoleum. Gobyobashi is said to be the most haunted spot in the cemetery. Tradition says that the souls of the dead follow you across, and travelers often describe feeling and hearing footsteps behind them on the stone bridge, only to turn and find no one there. Others hear murmured chanting in the air as though hundreds of unseen monks are whispering sutras in unison. There are the wandering dead, one of the most chilling legends says that people who step off the cemetery path at night may never return. Even though the trails are clearly marked, some visitors report suddenly feeling disoriented, as if the forest has shifted around them. A few old folktales claim that these unlucky souls are lured away by yurei, spirits of the dead who want some company. Then there are the lantern lights. Strange orbs of light called hitodama are often reported floating between gravestones. Some glow faintly blue or white. Others dart quickly through the trees before vanishing. They are believed to be wandering human souls, still tied to the physical world. Statue faces. Now here's one that's really eerie. Many of the stone statues at Okunoin include jizo figures that protect children and travelers, and these are wrapped in red bibs or capes by grieving families. But some eerie tales say that if you take photos near these statues, you may see faces appear in the images, faces that weren't there when you pressed the shutter on that camera. Then there's the guiding hand. Perhaps the most unsettling story is told by both locals and tourists. As they walked the path, they felt a sudden cold hand grip theirs, gently, as if guiding them forward. For some, it was comforting, like a lost loved one leading them home. But for others, it was absolutely terrifying, because when they looked down, no one was there. There was no one holding their hand. Now, these stories have persisted for centuries, whispered by pilgrims, written in travel accounts, and now shared by modern visitors online. And for every tale of peace and devotion at Okunoin, there is another that speaks of shadows, whispers, and unseen presences. Despite the eerie stories, Okunoin isn't considered a place of fear. Pilgrims from across Japan visit with reverence, offering prayers to their ancestors and to Kukai. The monks of Koyasan continue their centuries-old rituals, and tourists flock here to experience the calm beauty of this mountaintop sanctuary. But if you go, especially at night, you may feel the mountain's other side. The quiet isn't empty, and the darkness isn't still. And every sound in the trees might make you wonder, is someone walking behind me? So if you ever find yourself in Wakayama Prefecture, make the pilgrimage to Koyasan. Walk the lantern-lit path through Okunoin, and remember to bow as you cross the Gobyo-bashi. Whether you believe in spirits or not, you'll feel something there. Something ancient, something watching, and something just beyond the reach of the lantern light. If you enjoy this episode, please leave a review and a rating wherever you listen to podcasts. And also, share this podcast with friends who love spooky nuggets of history and have an affinity for Japan. To see photos of Okunoin Cemetery and Koyasan, please follow the podcast Instagram at Supernatural Japan. You can find videos and other cool things there as well. You can check out our Facebook group for photos and videos. There will be links in the show notes for these. Absolutely. You can follow me, Kevin O'Shea, over on Blue Sky and X at Mad for Maple. I post lots of spooky things and lots of things that are absolutely not spooky and not creepy at all. And that's it. Hey, guys. Now, October is referred to often as Spooky Month by podcasters. Now, you'll know if you're a fan of the Supernatural Japan podcast that in Japan, August, the month of Obon, is actually spooky season in Japan. But in many other parts of the world, October is spooky season. So please help the podcast grow. Help the podcast grow. Please share this with your friends and your family. Help get the Supernatural Japan podcast out there. And for a lot of this month, as much as I can, I'll be posting 2 episodes a week during Spooky Month. That's right, 2 episodes a week during Spooky Month. Now, you can support the show over on Buy Me a Coffee with one-time donations, or you can become a member. Links are in the show notes. And I want to say A big thank you to all the amazing people who have already supported the podcast over on Buy Me a Coffee. Because of you awesome people, there is some new equipment on the way to my apartment, to my house right now. There is a brand new Behringer power mixing board, as well as an Audio-Technica AT2040 condenser mic. They are on the way here, and hopefully you will hear them in action for the next episode of Supernatural Japan. I think you'll notice a very big difference in the recording quality, and that's great. I can finally retire my temporary podcast recording rig, my Rode USB mic. It's been great. It's served me, but maybe my son can use that for his video gaming. Well, that's it for another episode of Supernatural Japan. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the haunted heart of Kōyasan and Okunoin Cemetery. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.